Hello and welcome to my 2023 bullet journal setup. Wow, 2023, that feels so weird to say. I am so torn about whether to be excited or absolutely horrified by the fact that we're about to go into a new year. 2022 went by so quickly, it doesn't feel like we're in the holiday season at all, but here we are, doing a new bullet journal. Oh my god. This year I'm using a Archer and Olive journal. I adore Archer and Olive. Wow, this is going really quickly. I'm doing my title page here. I've picked out my kind of color scheme for the setup. Here I'm doing a moon out of gold. I was going to use washi tape, but remembered that I have a gold marker, which I thought was a great idea and regretted quite quickly. The marker wasn't working properly, and then it was just taking forever, and it smudged everywhere on the opposite page too, so that's not great. I did it off page because it took me about half an hour off screen. Wow. But it looks pretty good, so I'm quite happy with it. Now, this was actually the first page that I did. I did record this out of order just because I like to have a page where I can see the colors of all of my markers, because a lot of them look quite different on the outside compared to the ink. So this is always the first page that I do so that I know what colors to use for the setup. You can also see on the other page that I've made a pocket. I did that off camera as well because I didn't really know what I was doing, and yeah, it took a while, but I'm really happy with this. Also, this page looks so cute with all the markers. I put that pocket on that page so that I could use a grid ruler or a grid spacer, there's so many different words for this, but I saw some photos of people doing this and thought it was a great idea. I used to just do a spread at the start of the notebook for my grid spacing, but having it as a ruler was a way better idea. This one that you can see me doing is not the actual one that I've got in my notebook. I did another one off camera because I didn't like the way this one turned out, but it's the same general idea. You can see there actually the metallic marker came through. I add some leaves because of course I added some leaves. The theme, I guess, of this setup is that kind of muted green leaf as well as some like pink accent. I don't know. Here is the calendar spread, or the future log, or the year at a glance. People call it all kinds of different things. This is such a useful and necessary page, but I hate doing the setup. It takes quite a while and honestly kinda hurts my wrist. I have wrist problems. Anyway, here I'm using that color chart thing that I made to pick out my colors. Yes, I had technically used them already, but I wanted to show the way that it works. Shush. Yeah, so calendar. Whoa. I usually do basically this as two separate spreads, having the months and then having somewhere to write what I'm doing during that time. But this time I thought I'd add it all into one, so you can see that there is a space for each month as well as space under it to write whatever I may be doing in that month. I'm not sure yet if I'll write the date and then what's happening, or if I'm just going to color code it. I don't know. I like having options, and I'll work that out as I fill in my journal. I never do that on camera, actually, like including things that I'm doing, because it feels like something that should be private. I don't know. This spread does look quite dull at the moment. I do add like a little bit of decoration, but my bullet journals have always been useful rather than decorative. I am not the most artistic person, especially when it comes to like hand drawing or anything like that. So yes, this is my goals page. I like to set goals for the year and also review my kind of life goals. and I like to split them into achievable goals and stretch goals, so dreams basically. This is a spread I like to do every year so I can set goals for that year as well as kind of reevaluate where I'm at in terms of what I want to achieve in my lifetime, which is a lot to think about. Here we have my year in pixels. I hate calling it a year in pixels. I don't know why. Something about it just is off-putting to me personally. Like, if it works for you, go for it. But I'm doing it a little bit differently this year by including those monthly totals. Because I am so anti calling it year in pixels, I've just written feel your feelings, which is also just a reminder for me to actually feel what I'm feeling rather than analyzing what I'm feeling. Turns out those are different things. So you can see there that I've got numbers written where the colors are going to go, and those are the marker colors so that I could remember which is which. I also made a little key that is left in the pocket at the front of the notebook, just in case I ever forget which colors are the ones for each feeling, I guess. This is my memory log. I love having a memory log. I think it's a good way to, I guess, stay grounded when things are happening. I don't leave much room, so I can only write a few things each month that are happening, which makes me focus on like the exciting things that have happened for the month. It looks very bland at the moment, but I do add like the tiniest bit of decoration. Again, this is something that's going to get filled out later on, so it will look nicer as the year goes on. Here we have my reading tracker. Most of the time it is not decorative at all. It is simply like a place to write the title, the author, and the date I read it, but I do record the books that I read in like 4 other places, so I thought this year that I would let it be a little more decorative. So I've decided to do a bookshelf. I've sketched out 50 different books because my reading goal is always 50 books. And yeah, just colouring in the bookshelf and a few little trinkets on the shelves. I left a whole empty shelf for, I don't know, extra books maybe if I read a lot. Also, I'm sorry for how much my face is peeking in. I did not think it was so noticeable, but turns out I basically put my face on the paper as I write or draw, so that's a fun thing I've learnt about myself. I've also noticed that my hands are like really weird when I'm focused, I guess. Please be nice about my hands. I'm so insecure about them. They're like claws. It's so weird. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving right along, we're up to my period tracker. Again, my face is on the floor. I like to have a period tracker in my notebook. And yeah, I mean, that's self-explanatory, I think. I've got a key. It's a big old calendar, basically. Yeah, there's not much to explain there. I also have a migraine tracker because unfortunately I get migraines, and it's really handy to be able to track when I get them and what I think triggers them, so I can try and avoid them in the future. Doesn't really work most of the time, but I can try, you know? This next spread is one that I've never done before, but I've always loved the idea of, and it is a page to write down the things that I'm thinking of buying. I want to not impulse buy this year, so if I want something, I have somewhere to write it down and come back to it if I still want it within a month or so. Next are things to check out, which is necessary because I forget things as soon as people tell me, and when people ask me to watch their favorite show or movie, I forget. So now I've got somewhere to write it down, which is cool. And here we are. the flip through. I can't believe we're planning for 2023. This is crazy. There is the new grid spacer. You can see, I'll show it closer later. But yeah, I added little bits of decoration, basically just leaves everywhere. I cannot believe that it's the end of the year. Christmas is in 4 days as of recording this. I am just so shocked by the passing of time. I think I'm gonna leave an extra few pages before my January spread in case I think of anything else that I want at the start of my notebook. Feel free to let me know what spreads you think I should add, because I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to bullet journaling. I just kind of do what feels right, so let me know if you think I've missed anything. For some reason, I flipped through this multiple times, so enjoy more views of the same notebook. There is that grid spacer I was talking about. If you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Again, let me know what other spreads you think I should add. Let me know what themes you want me to do throughout the year, because I'm going to start doing my monthly spreads on video. I actually really enjoyed putting effort into my bullet journal again. Last year, or this year for now, I didn't really do spreads. It was all just very quick and for the pure purpose of like organization. There was no decoration, so let me know if there are any themes you'd like to see. I haven't done a voiceover for a video in so long. This feels really weird, and I'm sorry if it's not very good. I am definitely out of practice. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of 2022. Bye.